how stinking cute. Now this has been my longest. Was about 3 hours. And I ended up staying up and finishing it. It's currently, oh, I'm on Do Not Disturb now. It's currently 1:52 in the morning. But it's the details for me. Like the script. What is that? Film strip. The 100 on top, like the moving parts of the lens, like this part actually moves, the eye, like all of that, the little handle, and the tripod. Like, look how cute this daggum tripod is. And then the Mickey, Minnie, Walt, Bambi, and Dumbo, like, cute. So cute. So cute. I enjoyed it. That I did. Now what are we gonna do since we are out of Legos? I don't know. But nevertheless, I highly enjoyed it. So I will pick y'all up later on today. Good night, good morning, whatever it is. Yeah, when I tell you I love a good conversation. So I told my friend, I was like, I'm bringing it to the vlog, just letting you know. And if you don't feel comfortable, let me know. Because I gotta preface stuff. Because I'm like, I don't want people to be like, I can't have a conversation with her because she's going to talk about it. But these are topics that I feel like we need to talk about. And sometimes it is nerve-wracking to actually talk about them. So let's talk about church hurt. Conversation started because Jimmy Rollins was preaching at Change this week. And he said the church hurt isn't real. And she was like, I don't agree with that. And I was like, I get where he's coming from. I do believe that church hurt is real myself. And it's just literally, you've been hurt in this place. If you get hurt at work, it could be called work hurt, whatever, however you want to word it. But it's the place in which you get hurt. And it's like, how do you shake back from a place where you were coming for healing? It's like going to the hospital and you get hurt again. And it's like, I was coming here for healing and I'm walking away almost injured in another way or worse, one or the other. And I always say, take your step back. Take your step back so that you can check in on yourself. These are the moments that I'm going to say again. It's those selfish moments. It's taking care of you in a moment so that you can then go in and serve and heal well. Now, hear me when I say there will be moments that you are going to have to serve while you are going through. Like life will be lifing. I look back at me serving through my dad's stroke. I believe we had a marriage conference that I was serving in while my dad was in ICU. So it was like all day affair. So I would go to the church. On my lunch break, I would run to the hospital. Or on our break, I would run to the hospital. And then I came back to the church and I would finish serving. I finished serving. And in those moments, I wish that would have been a moment where I would have stepped up and said, this is too much. I can't do it. But it was also a moment where I wish someone would have seen me to say, Brittany, go be with your daddy. Go be with your dad. Like, I know it's inconveniencing somebody else, but go be. That's funny though, because that's also where I originally met Jimmy Rollins. He was a guest speaker for the EXO conference. But in those moments, you have to find your voice. And for me, it was the toughest thing to find my voice in church. Here's my thing. I've been in my church, I'm going to say 30 years, 31 years, the majority of my life. And there are moments where it feels like they still see me as little girl Brittany. And it's like, I'm 36-year-old Brittany. I got all of these things. Now, to me, it matters that I am in a place where I am single and in the ministry versus being married in the ministry. I think it has different weight. But I also know that in this season of my life, I am intentional on serving how I can because my priority order is different now. When marriage comes, all of these things. And it's like, there are times where it feels like there's expectations to have church higher in the order than it currently is. And those are the moments that we got to check ourselves. And with this particular friend, It was the chitter. What is the word? What's the word? For this particular friend, it was the conversations behind the scenes that made her feel unseen. And it's like, we don't want to have these cliques in the church. Ooh, okay, I didn't tell her this part. We don't want to have cliques in the church, and yet you end up finding your 4 or your 12. We're going to say 12 for the purpose of Jesus and his 12. You find your group, and it sometimes feels like, oh, I will never be able to get into their 12. And you may not, because you don't know what this 12 has been through for them to get this close. This is why I enjoy a true life group where it's smaller, it's intimate. This is when you pick your people that come into your circle. And so it's like, oh, we're doing life outside of these 4 walls of the church. And in all of this, when you want to be in a certain place and you're not in it, it can cause church hurt. When you are hypersensitive on something that you may be going through and you don't feel seen, it hurts. When other people are having rough and bad days and they're projecting it on you, it hurts. And in the moment, we don't see it as what it actually is. They were having a bad day too. And that's why I say, plenty of times on my Sunday mornings, you'll hear me say, let me make sure that I extend the grace, because I don't know what they're carrying. Some of us can put some of the best faces on as we get to church. Oh, I'm good, I'm blessed and highly favored. All of the church sayings, oh yes, it is well in my soul, and can be about to go left, crash out all you want to. And it's like, oh no, but I'm good. And it's like, okay, but then how are they going to look at me if I tell them that I'm really about to crash out? Or how will they look at me? How will they look at me, and how will they judge me if I tell them that I am honestly not well today? And see, those are the moments that I'm like, tell me the real, because baby, let's pray right this minute. I'm not even finna wait till you walk away. No, let's stop right here and pray. Let's go. Meet me outside in the parking lot so we can pray real quick. It's those moments, and it's like when you are hurting already, and then you go into a place where it's like, oh, they didn't see me. They didn't even see how I. And sometimes those moments of us getting hurt are just moments that we should have taken a break, and we should have rested for a moment. We should have said no. And see, that was me. I should have said no in a season, and I did. And because I said yes, the pile on of the stuff that was already piled on, it just made me sideways. And so it's like, okay. And see, I just finished Leaders Eat Last, which gave me the perspective even more so of making sure that you see people, and we're not going to be able to be like, so tell me what you really feel right now. I wish I could. I'd be like, just tell me how you really feel. But it's in the moments of, this isn't their normal countenance. Is that the right word? I don't know. This isn't their normal behavior. Check on them rather than say, oh, they got an attitude. This is what you don't know. You don't know what people are carrying. You're not behind their closed door. And what they have behind their closed door is heavy. That's the same thing that I said to my parents when I was over children's ministry. Yeah, I have a heart for my kids. Like, I really do. And as adults, we look at their issues like, that ain't nothing. I gotta pay bills. I gotta figure out such and such is sick. But to them, what we call small is huge. And so please don't turn down, dumb down, numb down their feelings just because for us, that ain't nothing. Baby, keep living. Yes, we get it. And in that moment, this is rocking their world. And so it's in these moments, stopping and acknowledging. I acknowledge that them not texting you back in 3 minutes hurt your feelings. Now for us, we'd be like, girl, I've been with a whole week without somebody texting me back. But that doesn't equate their current pain. And so it's like, And so I say all of that to say, in the moment where church hurt is there, I want to say I'm sorry that you were hurt in that place. I'm sorry that you were not seen. I'm sorry that in a place where you were already struggling, that there was no help and relief from the place that we call the hospital. And I pray that you heal. And in that, I also say, take that step back. Take care of you. If you want to be selfish, call it selfish. But I say it's self-care. It's making sure that you are okay in the middle of all of this. And even if that means stepping back for a minute, don't run from God. Though I'm finna tell you that right now. Do not run from God. Make sure you are praying even harder in the middle of this hurt. When it's nothing but the tears that you have to cry, baby, cry them things out. I'm telling you, worship got me through one of the toughest seasons of my life. And it's just like, words be hitting different, and it's like, I'm currently stuck on You Remain. Every single time I hear this song, it be a different part that I'm just like, okay, God. But in the middle of it all, I'm not doing this thing by myself, and I'm grateful for the people around me, and I'm grateful that I can worship my way through it, that I can pray my way through it. And in the times where I feel like I can't, I got somebody in my circle that's like, Brittany, I got you. Don't worry about it. Chill for today. Get your weight up so that you, well, don't get your weight up, but rest for a minute. Eat something good. Relax for a moment. I got you. And in those moments, you can be like, okay. Then as you get back in there, we healing. We might have a scab, but we back. And yes, you're coming back a little bit more alert and a little bit more aware. But I pray that you don't come back bitter. I pray that you don't come back jaded. So I pray you heard my heart on that. I just wanted to extend our group chat conversation to y'all, because that's just where we've been. But let me know in the comment section. What's your thoughts? What's your tips? No, not your thoughts. Let me know your tips, because sometimes the thoughts are where we get murky, because stuff be specific at times. Let me know your tips to get through, healed, in and through church hurt. Love y'all. Remember, what's the name of Are you afraid of the dark? Oh my gosh. Remember, Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's what that made me think of. Let me tell you. This is why I can't be watching people with tech stuff. This size light casting this much shadow. Can you see that? Bruh. And then it's the fact that I can put a gobo on top of this. Bruh. I already see what I need to do. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Sorry. Hold on. I'm trying to add this heart in there. Can you see the heart? Like, it's powerful enough of a light to take that picture. Bruh. Can you see the heart? You can see the top of the heart. But like, what the heck? This the one I like. How you put this thing in here? I ain't read no instructions, y'all. Sorry. Make it look like it needs to look. Then I can change your color. Bruh. See, here's what I see. I see me making a number to go in so that we can do your 16th birthday. It's your birthday, girl. You know it's your birthday. Sorry. It'd be stuff like this. It's me sitting in the dark because I was like, I need to see what it's gonna be like. And the power in this little baby boy. Like, what the heck? And I think it's because I've tried to do the projector on. I've tried to do the projector on one of my other lights, and it just wasn't powerful enough. And I'm just like, Oh, it's a groove underneath here. Shut up. Baby, who fighting? It's me. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Feel like we at church with the light show. That's all. Bye. I wanted to add an addendum to the conversation we were having about church hurt earlier. And it's the part of it that I am still working my way through. And it's the having the tough conversation with the person that has offended you. Um, I am emotional, and having emotional conversations with people that you've learned over the years can sometimes be so challenging when you know that your emotion will pull something else out of them. And it's like, I just don't want to have it. And for me, that slows me down in having these tough conversations. But I did want to add, it is important to have the conversation so that your feelings can be put out there effectively, and you allow them to hear you, and if they have something to respond, then it gives you a different perspective on the situation. But that was the only thing I was like, I should have added that when I went back and listened to that. So that is that on that. My joyful July prompt for today is, what part of yourself have you been hiding to make others comfortable, and what would it look like to show it? Y'all, I really want to say that it's the 100% of me that I have been hiding. It's all the things. I'm loud. I love to laugh. My logical mind is always going. Give me something creative. Give me something crafty. Give me some technology, and I'm in my happy place. I don't mind learning new things. Like, it is a joy to learn new things and to be like, okay, I may never use this again, but to know it and have the knowledge of it, I just love it. And so I think in places and spaces, it's just being me. And when you hear that it's too much, it can cause you to be like, okay, I'm going to be the silent one in the room. And it's not that you even want to be that way. You just don't know how it will be received. And when you don't know that, then you're on the other side of this thing like, I'm going to just go in safe. And so then when somebody gets to know you on that next level, and then they're like, "Oh, I didn't meet that part." No, you met 30% of Brittany, and then for me to be authentically me. And it's like, oh, okay. But then for the people that are part of your tribe that allow you to be you 100%, it's just like, I hold them just a little bit closer, because that's when I become safe. When it's like, okay, that's Brittany. She is going to laugh loud. She is going to make your Apple Watch go off and say that the decibels are, if you're around this for 30 minutes or more, that's me. It's me. Um, and in a space where you need to have this like controlled environment, it's just like, all right, turn down. But that's what it would look like for me to show it. To not worry about how other people feel in that moment. I was watching something and they were talking about the analogy of how someone can walk in the room and not even be the prettiest person in the room, but how they carry themselves. You're like, okay, girl. But an insecure person can see her walk in the room and instantly start going in on those things. And it's just like, nah, shout out to her, because baby, she commanded the room. I don't mind giving somebody their props when they walk into the room. Be like, yes, on every level, from the top to the bottom. And it's like, okay, can I walk in the room and be, hey guys, I'm not just a photographer. Hi guys, I'm Brittany. I've been doing this thing for, and not worry about it being like, oh, she made an impression. So I think that's the answer to my question. Let me know in the comments section, what part of yourself have you been hiding from others to make them comfortable? And I'll see y'all tomorrow for another episode of Joyful July. Love you. Bye.